Alright, let's see how many viewers we have right now. Looks like we have no viewers at the moment, but hopefully that should change soon. It is pretty early, that being said, for us in the USA. Um, Let me go ahead and tell Cyrus to start over here. Anyway, this is going to be our biggest stream, or, well, maybe not biggest in terms of viewer size, but um, this is going to be the biggest match we've ever streamed so far, because all our matches so far have been mostly collegiate matches. Um, Hold on, give me a second. There we go. Um, so this is our biggest stream because most of our previous streams have involved matches between collegiate teams or matches, recently in the spring online KOs. But this is now actually a match versus two countries. It's World Youth Online Bridge League under 26. So we were watching USA versus Serbia too. So as we can see, North and East West are playing Ekran 2 Diamonds, and they're playing Standard Count and Attitude. Whereas Northside over here, they're playing regular Tour 1 UDCA, I believe. Nothing too unusual over there. Either way, I'm really interested to see how this goes. As someone who's not really followed the bridge scene in other countries too much. Anyway, how's it going, Twitch chat? Yeah, this is exciting. Yep. This is the biggest match on pay-per-view stream so far. So North elects to pass, very normal. East, I believe they play strong 1-0 Trump, 15 to 17. Nothing unusual over here. And they should end up in 3-0 Trump at the end of the day. And that's exactly what will happen. You're 4-3-3, so there's no really. You're 4-3-3, so there are some scenarios where you might want to go puppet, but this might not be one of them. Also, that being said, I do believe that East West not open 5-card majors 1-0 Trump. I'm checking their convention card real quick to make sure that is correct. So maybe a heart might. So maybe as it turns out, double dummy heart might be the best lead. Spade fourth best spade looks very reasonable. Looks like a very reasonable lead, especially if West is often denying 4-card majors over here. Now off the top, West will be able to pick up 2 hearts because the King of Hearts is offside. 3 spades, so 5. A diamond and a club, so 7 tricks. So they'll have to set up 2 more tricks somewhere. As it turns out in this layout, you really cannot get any other diamond tricks because you're missing the King Jack 10-9 and the King is offside. So you're realistically only going to pick up the one diamond. So you're going to have to look at clubs as an additional source of tricks over here. Gonna have to go for a double hook maybe. And as it turns out, the 9 of clubs is onside too, and the clubs do break 3-3, so you could play the club suit for one loser in this layout. And let me just make sure. So the spade is one quick, and he decides to play a diamond, which is interesting. So it looks like he's going to try to play for the diamonds and see whether that works out in his favor. It's not going to work out, as it turns out. I definitely lean towards the club as opposed to diamonds, as you're missing the spots. I feel like the diamond suit is something which you could rely on North-South playing for yourself, and North-South played on their own. You're going to pick up, you're almost certainly going to pick up two diamonds on enough layouts at least. I feel like there's no reason to touch diamonds. Now Cyrus can just quickly catch two quick diamonds, and then they can take it from there. And hopefully Cyrus might be able to work out two more tricks. So anyway, so two diamonds are cashed. Now the defense will definitely be able to pick up. Now as it turns out, this contract is just not making after this diamond is cashed, because defense can pick up the King of Hearts and they can pick up a club, and there's really no way to avoid the two losers for East West over here. So this is gonna be a good board for Team USA over here. He doesn't even have to win this trick immediately, as it turns out on this layout, because East West are mirror shapes right now, so there's really no long suit for East West to pitch away the hard loser on. So spade normal, spade return, sure, why not? Looks very decent to me. You kind of have to go for the double finesse over here, and it fails. And declare should have a claim over here. The spade, two hearts. Oh, wait, it's actually not. It's actually not done yet. So you're gonna have to go for the club hook, or you're gonna have to go for the drop over here. And we definitely know what the correct answer is over here. So yep, he goes for the hook again, and he's down one. Yeah, if East West decided to play the club suit directly instead of the diamond suit, they might have been able to take 9 tricks, 3 clubs, 2 hearts, 3 spades, and a diamond for 9 tricks. But the other board ends up making 3 no trump, you'll have to see. So now East opens a diamond over here, which is definitely very reasonable. Cyrus in the south position has some options over here. I definitely lean towards a pass as opposed to doing anything else over here. Maybe sometimes you could go with a double. You really cannot bet 2 clubs over here because your club set is very unwell. Now North and West has a clear pass over here. You have 1 high card point. You're fine with playing 1 diamond for the most part. Now, North has a 1 heart overcall, and it's a good 1 heart overcall. I like it. You could maybe go with 1 no trump, depending on what the strength of 1 no trump in the balancing seat is. But I think bidding 1 heart over here is very normal, and I could see North just going to 4 hearts over here if 2 diamonds is a limit raise, which it should be. And what? And 4 hearts actually looks pretty good over here, with the King of Spades being on side. You're obviously going to have to... Ooh, 3 no trump is also a nice contract. Probably Cyrus might move to 4 hearts over here with him not being a balanced hand, though, if 3 no trump is a choice of games. Obviously, I think both games are very. I think both games make. So the question is whether which game Cyrus decides to play in. Cause in 3-0 Trump they can pick up 4 hearts. They being north south, they can play for 4 hearts, 2 spades, 2 clubs, and a diamond. And they can actually get more if they manage to set up the clubs in time. Which and Cyrus, like what I expected, decides to go to 4 hearts instead, which is going to be passed. So now you just got to be careful about the hearts and make sure the 10 of hearts doesn't win a trick over here. And there are many ways to make sure that doesn't happen over here. Um, so we're gonna have to see what the lead is. I expect the lead would be a club because that looks probably the safest lead, if I had to guess. A diamond lead definitely looks very unwell. A spade lead could also be unwell if you're leading into if North had ace queen of spades over here. So queen of clubs is a safe lead. I like it a lot. It's also a very nice lead. It's also probably the best lead Victor could have asked for looking at the hand. Because this allows him to set up the club suit trick quicker. Obviously, he might be concerned about some 4-1 breaks of clubs if they manage to score a few roughs. But this is a 3-2 break, as we see double dummies, so this shouldn't be costing too much. So he'll be fine. And he has entries to the board. He's not worried about that. So what I like over here is probably winning this with the ace of clubs. And then playing a heart towards the queen, and then a heart back to, and as it turns out, we know the ace of hearts is going to win that trick. And then, but if the ace of hearts were not to win that trick, I'd probably play heart to the queen, and then heart to the jack, or king, they both are equivalent, and then you'd see where it goes from there. And hopefully, what do you call it? And I guess you'd be it would be a bit unlucky if he says forward trump, but then you're still not in bad shape. Then you're still very fine and in good shape to make the contract. So Victor just asked in the table chat if they're doing standard honor leads, and that turns out to be the case. So queen should be promising the jack. Typically, it could be queen doubleton, maybe queen singleton every now and then, but he's going to figure that out after trick 1 because they play standard count, so West should be playing the 10 over here. Doesn't look like a very complicated hand to me, so we'll see how it goes. So as it turns out, meanwhile, at the other table, East West played the Contrino Trump contract correctly, so that's gonna be a game swing. It was not a wild game swing, so it's not as bad as it could have been for Serbia over here. But that's gonna be a quick 10 MC to Team USA, and we're gonna have to see how that form continues going in forward. And this is a 14-board session, by the way, for people in Twitch chat who are wondering. Anyway, how's it going, Ben? Ben, go in Twitch chat. Have your days been? And where are we watching it from? Because I had to wake up early for this event, because usually I don't like waking up early, but this is the only time that we're playing. This game is actually happening across 3 time zones with people from, actually 4 time zones, I believe. There are 2 time zones which people are playing from the USA, the Serbia time zone, and one of the USA players is actually not in the USA right now, if I'm not mistaken. They're somewhere else in Europe, I forget exactly where, so this is a pretty international affair in that regard, which is very exciting. So the 10 of clubs is really nice. That should give count. So hopefully Victor should figure out that the trumps are in a good situation. He should not be too worried about it. So I like playing a heart to the queen right now. Especially if you look at you can see the hand. You know that most of the points are with East, given that West could not bid over one diamond, and you're missing. Let's see, you're missing 3 high card points, 6, 7, 10, 11. You're missing 15 high card points. So the best you could maybe reasonably give West is maybe a. He decides to play. He decides to play the King of Hearts instead. I don't agree with this because the Ace of Hearts is often with East over here. So there's if it's a singleton, there are better ways to play it out. So as it turns out, if he plays the heart to the queen right now, he's still going to be able to pick up all the trump because he'll be able to hook the 10 of hearts and he'll see that East shows out. So the onus is just on Victor to figure that play out. And he's also going to have to. He might also consider roughing the club right now if. Which really should be fine more often than not. Yeah, it looks fine over here. So now West has a decision on whether to rough this trick or not. West should know the count of the hand because East should have queen. East should have queen jack third over here, assuming it's a standard lead. So decides to pitch. Really, that looks fine to me. So now you just gotta be worried about what if East had 4 trump over here. What would their shape be if they had 4 trump? They would have 4 hearts, 5 diamonds, 3 clubs, maybe 4 diamonds, 3 clubs. So there are some layouts in which, what do you call it? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I mean, this is still fine as it turns out. It's just giving away. It's just you could have picked up all the trumps this way, but I'm not gonna fault him for playing. I mean, it's not gonna cost him the contract at the end of the day. So now what he's gonna do is he's gonna play a club, and West is gonna rough this in at some point, and he's gonna probably pitch a diamond. He just has to be very, very careful with the timing over here. He can still make this with an over trick. As long as he takes the finesse of the king of spades, so then he'll be able to pick up 2 spades. Yeah, he should play a diamond over here, I think. Yep, that looks good. So the diamond has been played. I think he has to win this with ace of diamonds and then play for the hook of the king of spades. Obviously, there are some layouts in which that could be worrying because West has not shown any points so far, and and even if you swap the king and jack of spades on this layout, for example, then everyone would still have their bids over here. East would have what? The ace of hearts, king jack of diamonds, the jack of spades, and queen jack of clubs for a bare minimum opener. So you got to be a bit careful. Obviously, he might just play towards the ace over here and just cash out for 10 tricks, which is very reasonable. It's imps. You can just, if you make your contract, you're in good shape. So, yep, he's going to pitch that. There isn't really any in play over here, so he's going to pitch a spade, and then he's going to concede the diamond at the end. He's going to take 10 tricks. That's going to be an imp towards Team Serbia over here. So Team Serbia is now on the board with the over trick, but hey, contract made. It's a game contract, so that's fine. Quick once made opening by South over here. Quick 2 club bid by West over here. Very, 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 very good. North has a limit raise with the 10 count, which hopefully they will bid because I think the hand is too. I mean, I could see why he might want to downgrade this to a 2 spade with the 4-3-3 shape, but you have 4 controls at the end of the day, 2 aces. You have 10 high card points, just bid 3 clubs. Maybe East elects to pass over here. Now the question is, what does South go for over here? South could decide to go to four spades directly, or South could make a game try of sorts. Either way, as it turns out, the way the cards lay out, North has help for South in both the hearts and the diamonds, which is big. So they do want to end up in game on this layout. And on this layout, they could actually pick up. He decides to just bet four spades, which is very reasonable too. So four spades is going to buy the contract. Unless East decides to, nope, East decides not, East doesn't decide to go Maniac over here. So lead is Ace of Clubs, very standard over here. This is going to be roughed very quick. This is going to be roughed, assuming that West decides to continue with the Queen of Clubs over here. Nope, West decides to continue with the King of Clubs, so maybe I'm missing something. Most people typically, assuming they play standard leads and agreements, would just play the Queen over here because the Ace of Clubs already promises the King, so you could lead the Queen to show that you have Ace, King, Queen. But obviously, that might be information which is more useful towards the declarer than useful towards for your partner. So maybe on this layout, it might be more beneficial to yeah. So now what he has to be concerned about is where's the Queen of Hearts? How do I handle 4-1 breaks? Because you're off the Queen, Jack, and the 9 of Spades over here, so so it could be a bit messy, especially if it's Queen, Jack. So what I might like to do over here is there any way to play for one loser on most layouts? So maybe Cyrus is just going to play Ace, King, and pray. Yeah, I'm not sure what the best way to play this trump is. Maybe playing 4 towards the 10 is correct. Yeah, this looks fine to me. Probably. This looks fine. So Ace is going to win this trick. And that's nicely done by Cyrus to recognize that. And that's a quick club return, which I like a lot over here. Now, as it turns out on this layout, you're very fine, even if you pull the last trump over here. But obviously, Cyrus is concerned about he does not know what the club break is, right? So he's going to be a bit concerned about. He decides to hook West for the Queen of Hearts, very normal. Now the question is, what does East do over here? And the answer is there's really no play which they can do over here. Now, Cyrus has to play for either the 3-3 because East cannot play a club over here. East cannot play. I mean, East could probably the best play is probably playing for the spade and hoping that West has values elsewhere. Am I miscounting? Alright, the Jack of Hearts is good. Never mind. Yeah. So you just have 10 tricks over here. You get 3 hearts, a spade, and 3 diamonds. So nicely done. So now, that's going to be another imp towards Team Serbia, though, as it turns out. At the other table, they apparently made with an over trick. But I like the way Cyrus played this contract a lot. Couldn't have played that better myself. One club over here. Cyrus has a very clear 1 diamond bid over here. And now the question is, how do you bid this hand? This is a very, very interesting hand. Now, North has a very nice hand at the end of the day with the 17 count. But it's not good enough to bid stronger than a heart. A 1 heart looks very normal, and this should be showing an unbalanced hand, typically, I'd assume. Now, what does South go for over here? I'm leaning towards, where do they want to be is the question. On this layout, actually 7 clubs might make. Because the Queen of Clubs drops. 1 spade hopefully is forcing. Hopefully that is something. Oh my, that is actually very, very scary, ladies and gentlemen. Because if 1 spade is undiscussed, obviously Cyrus intended it over here as, I have to assume it's forward suit forcing, because Cyrus is a very, very good hand, and Cyrus only has 2 spades. He's not looking to play 1 spade. And this is not natural. So now North has raised him in two spades, so two spades is an underbid, I think, because you're 17 count. Two spades could be showing just a minimum over here. But South decides to bid 3 no trump. This should not buy the contract, though. I think North has a very, very clear 4 no trump bid over here of sorts. Because South has clearly just shown the equivalent of an opening hand, at least. Hi, Aryan, what's up? So, I think Victor worked it out, as we can see from the alerts. One space should be artificial game forcing. So, I like a bit of 4 no trump over here. There are some 15 counts that Cyrus and South position could have over here. Opposite which they might want to play 6 no trump or maybe 6 of some other contract. And I think 6 clubs is a very, very nice contract as the cards lie over here. Obviously it's going to be a very, very tough contract to play, but I have faith. And I think 7 might be cool also as on this layout, like we alluded to earlier. The Queen of Spades drops, the Queen of Clubs drops. Let's see, how does it go? You can take 3 spades, 1 hearts. You could set up the diamonds too. It's gonna be a bit trickier though. Either way, North is in the tank right now. North is probably trying to figure out whether to pass 3 no trump or maybe have to show a better hand over here. This is taking a bit though. I like 4 no trump. I like 4 no trump. Hopefully he's able to find that 4 no trump bid. Actually, on second thoughts, if one spade is forcing, then I guess 2 spades can be slow enough. Maybe 3 spades might be a better bid. Maybe 3 spades is a better bid, assuming that shows. He decides to let 3 no trump buy the contract. Wow. I think you definitely got to go bigger over there. Because South could easily just have up to like 16, maybe the occasional bad 17 count over here with that 3 no trump bid. You definitely have to go and at least give them a chance to bid at the 6th level. No idea what the other table's at right now, but we'll be able to see that in a bit. So lead is the Queen of Diamonds, which is a very normal lead again. Probably the heart lead is the most punishing lead as the cards lie on this layout, but Queen of Diamonds is a very safe lead, and it looks good to me. So Cyrus is going to duck that trick. I like this a lot. And they play standard count and attitude, so the 5 of diamonds is actually discouraging over here. So now West has to figure out what else to switch to, because he can probably figure out what's going on over here. A heart is probably the best. I definitely, assuming that the diamond, continuing diamond I guess might be fine too. And I think Cyrus is going to win this trick. Then Chinny's just going to play another diamond and another diamond. But it's definitely what I would do at least. Maybe pitching a heart and maybe have to pitch a heart and I'm not sure what you pitch on the next one. A club is fine too. Probably pitch a spade over here. Oh, never mind. There's another heart too. So, as it turns out, Cyrus is actually going to pick up the rest of the tricks because the Queen of Clubs is dropping over here. So he's going to pick up 4 clubs, 2 diamonds, a heart, and 2 spades. If he decides to test clubs before attempting the heart finesse, which I fully expect him to make that play. Especially now that the 7 of clubs has been pitched. Now the question is, what does West switch to over here? Obviously, if he switches to a heart, that can be very punishing. He decides to go for the finesse. You're in 3 no trump. There is no need to go for too much. So now you pitch a club over here, obviously. Now the play would be to first test the clubs. Um, Actually, you could just cash out either way. You could always cash out for 9 tricks if the queen of clubs doesn't drop. But I like testing the clubs first. And he's gonna get the news that the queen of clubs drops, and now he's just gonna make a quick claim of 1 club, 2 diamonds, and 2 more spades. So he's gonna make with an over trick, but as we can see, 6 clubs looks cold to me. So this might be a big swing in favor of Team Serbia. Whether they are able to find that swing, though, we're gonna have to see, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways, on to board 5. Um, North has a very nice hand over here. Good two suitor in the reds. Well, the diamond suit could be better, but so one heart double. South has a very indicated pass over here. Now let's look at this double again. Yeah, I agree with the double. You have 19 high card points. So it's very close. But definitely a power double feels better than bidding 1 spade over here, especially when you have a 6 card suit. So 2 clubs also looks very normal to me. There's no really other bid over here. Now North could just bid 2 diamonds over here. North does have definitely has better than a minimum. And you do have a 5-5, so maybe 2 diamonds might be a nice bid over here. But obviously East is presumably going to bid 2 spades over here, and South and North-South cannot reasonably compete over that, with South and North being at their minimums for both the 2 diamonds, and South just, having 0 points. 3 spades feels like an overbid over here, because 3 spades should definitely be promising more than a minimum power double, and this feels more like a minimum power double. Granted, the ace queen definitely gets extra points after. Granted, one, most of your values are concentrated on the black suits, which North is not shown, and the king of diamonds is probabilistically not with South. So either your partner has it or North has it, in which case the diamonds are scoring too. So I definitely see the logic behind the 3 spade bid. I definitely lean towards a 2 spades bid though. But as it turns out, West would probably do something after that. So defense is going to take 2 quick hard tricks over here. There might, and what do you call it? There might be a Trump promotion of such, as it turns out. If he plays hard, which is definitely the correct defense over here. So maybe is this contract just doomed? If Victor continues hearts over here. Now, I'm not sure what Victor's trying to figure out over here. Probably Victor's trying to figure out if there is a world in which Cyrus could have 3 hearts. The answer is no. Cyrus is definitely marked with at most 2 hearts over here. I like playing the ace of hearts over here a lot. Cause so East might have 7 spades in some scenarios, but often South has at least 3 spades over here. The Trump promotion possibility is pretty high. Granted, there are some worlds in which West could get a discard on the heart, but South was never able to bid over here. South could not bid over a heart in a double, so it's very, very unlikely that. So this play doesn't cost either, as it turns out, because it could cost in some layouts if there was a loser-on-loser play available for East-West, but East-West is marked with all the winners, so looks fine over here. But you have to be very careful when making this play. Very, very careful. So now what do you call it? East West has a decision to make what to rough with. Who has the 10 of spades? Who has the ace of spades? The ace of spades, the answer is ace of spades is almost certainly with the North. Cyrus might bid if he has ace of spades and maybe an outside jack or something. So now the question is who has the 10 of spades? The answer is you might have to. I think the percentage play might be to rough with the 9 of spades over here, which would cost. As it turns out, roughing high also costs because that just gets a Trump promotion for South, no matter how you play the spade suit after that. It's definitely not roughing with the 4 of spades. That's definitely not the play for East. Obviously, it's easier for me to just say this while I'm looking at the hands and while I'm able have the privilege of seeing all 4 hands. East only sees 2 of the hands, obviously, the dummy and his own hand. So let's try to think for North. Let's try to think for East West over here. So Victor over here was able to bid 1 heart freely, was able to bid 2 diamonds freely. Victor has 5 hearts. We know that from the bidding and from the lead. Victor most likely has 5 diamonds, maybe a good 4 diamonds every now and then. But he's on the Ace King Queen of Trump, Ace King Queen of Diamonds. So he almost certainly has to have 5 diamonds if Victor is bidding this freely. So we know Victor has the Ace King Queen of Trump, Ace King Queen of Hearts, the Jack of Spade diamonds. To give him an opening hand and for him to bid at 2 diamonds freely, opposite what could be 0 points. North 100% has the Ace of Spades, 100% has the Jack of Diamonds, might have the Jack of Clubs. So he's 5-5 in the red. So he has 3 cards in the black suits. So he has the Ace of Spades, and the question is how many clubs does he have? How many diamonds does he have? How many clubs and how many spades does he have? Or at least that's what I would think. That's what I would think if I was East right now. So I'm not sure, Twitch chat. What do you rough with over here? I definitely think roughing with the 8 or 9 or 7, which are equivalent, is probably the play. So, but as it turns out, there's really nothing you can do over here. So North's diamonds are kind of poopy over here. So, but as it turns out, like the contract's down, we can see that because the Ace of Spades is going to score over here. Now he might play the Ace of Hearts over here. I like the Ace of Hearts a lot as a play over here. But South is not. But now East West is not really worried. They have the spots. They can just pull Trump, and they're just going to claim the rest. Yeah, Queen and Nine of Trump are good, and that is very good defense by North South over here to set the contract down 1. And good on Victor to recognize that South probably has no winners over here. So even playing a low hard over here would not give a loser on loser pitch for East. So that was a very nice play by North over here, by in the last board. As it turns out, on board 4 at the other table, they were not able to find 6 of clubs either. They ended up in 3-0 Trump too, but they managed to make. But Serbia managed to make with an overtrick. We're starting to see a trend over here with Serbia making 1 overtrick, 1 overtrick, 1 overtrick. Whether these will accumulate over the long run, we'll have to see. But this is 3M over 3 boards for Team Serbia. This last board was a push, both tables and 4 spades down 1, very normal. Now North has a nice hand over here. It is tempting to bid with Ace Queen 9 8 fifth, but kind of just I like passing a lot. Just pass. You're happy to play defense. Maybe you might be able to secure your spades. And now this should be passed out. And now the question is, as North, you definitely want to lead one of the spades. As it turns out, leading all the spades are equivalent over here. Well, not all of them, but leading the 9 of spades, the 8 of spades, and the 2 of spades are all equivalent over here. Maybe lead the 9 or 8 is what I lean towards, depending on what your agreements are. A hard lead is also nice over here, as it turns out, because Cyrus is Queen, Jack, 10, 4th of hearts. But I would not lead that. I definitely would lead a spade at the end of the day. Obviously, there are some situations in which leading a spade might cost a trick. This is not one of those layouts, but I feel like this is one of those hands where you have to be aggro, especially when the invite is denied. You know that they have the majority of the points. You know that partner has not too much in this auction, with you having 11 points. The opponent's presumably having around 23 high card points, maybe 23, around 23 high card points. So partner is probably limited to about 6 side card points. This is not one of those contracts where playing passive beats the contract. So the lead is the 8 of spades. Fourth best spade, fourth best longest and strongest. Very, very normal. South is going to win this trick, or assuming that East does not play to win this trick. Which I don't think they should. I like ducking a lot over here as East. Try to figure out what the opening lead is. Yeah, very nice. And he's going to win this trick. So now the question is, what does Cyrus do over here? What does he take the 8 of spades to be? Actually, never mind. He sees dummy, right? He should have the math. He should know that North has 5 spades over here. Because West United 4-card major, he sees East has 3 spades. He has 2 spades himself. North has to have at least 5 spades, if not more. So you kind of have to continue a spade over here, I think. Obviously, a heart switch is also very tempting, especially if partner has the king or the ace of hearts. But I feel like you could play for that later. You have the king of diamonds as an entry. You can always switch to a heart later. Just play a spade. Victor should win this trick over here. He should not play low. He should be very careful about that. So he should play the Now, as it turns out, obviously East is going to play the king of spades over here because he might not be 100% sure about the splits or whatever. But if North plays the 2 spades over here, maybe that might maybe East might consider ducking, but I think East is just going to win the king of spades over here. Unless North decides to play the ace of spades and play another spade after that, which I'm all for. Playing the queen over here, very good. The queen and 9 are equivalent. So now what do you do over here as East-West? You've taken your spade. Your spades are very scary, and you have 4 clubs, you have 1 heart. So might have to play so I like cashing the maybe you might have to play the diamonds now. Yeah. Oh? So 9, 10, jack. The jack holds over here. Cyrus decides not to win this trick. Oh, this is actually a very good play. This actually sets up the 7 of diamonds as a trick, potentially. As opposed to winning it immediately. So now, I imagine he's going to pitch a heart or a spade on this trick. Spade, sure. So now he has to be very, very, very careful about how he plays the diamond trick goes suit over here. So he plays 2 to the queen, to the ace. He's going to play a heart towards the ace, and he kind of he's taken 8 tricks, very nicely done. And he's going to just concede the rest of the tricks. Now, as it turns out, if Cyrus wins that trick, do they go down? I'm trying to think if there's a line where they go down. Let me check real quick. So he played the jack of spades, which Victor played the queen over. Yeah, they actually they have another diamond trick over there. They need to be only able to pick up 4 diamonds, 4 clubs, 1 diamond, 5, a spade, and a heart. So to be able to pick up 7 tricks because Cyrus actually had king 7, 4th of diamonds over here. The spots were good enough. So that could have actually gone down one as it turns out on this layout, which obviously did not find. So North obviously has two diamonds away, which is, let's see, what has the auction been so far? 9, 13, 16, a heart. Yeah, very standard auction so far. One spade showing an unbalanced hand. Two diamonds should be either XYZ or it should be forcing. I'm not sure which one it is. Three clubs is the correct bid over here. Now, Victor is going to bid three hearts over here to show six hearts because no, South has already denied three hearts in this auction, but he could look for a 6-2 fit maybe. So probably bidding three hearts over here, after which Cyrus might just bid 3-no trump. And where do they want to be at the end of it? So as it turns out in this layout, six clubs makes because you can play the diamond suit for one loser if you finesse the jack of diamonds. You have no spade losers and you have no heart losers. So six clubs is where you want to be. It's a very hard six. It's a very hard contract to bid over it though. Um, North did bid 3-no trump over here as a sign off or to play, which Cyrus is more than happy to pass. So it's a very hard six clubs to bid, especially when you're in a 5-2 fit. So the lead is a diamond over here, very very normal. This will actually give him a double stopper in the diamond suit. So I expect this might almost be close to an instantaneous claim over here, where he's just going to claim four spades, five clubs, a heart, and maybe two diamonds. Like just play another diamond over here. Naturally, it doesn't matter. Just play jack of spades. Play 3 rounds of spades. Yeah, actually do this too. Why not? Ace of clubs, king of clubs, jack of spades. Play 3 rounds of spades, and preserve the ace of hearts, and then play a diamond eventually. And then you're going to be able to pick up 12 tricks this way. 6-no trump does look good too, actually, from Nord's perspective. On that same, no, actually, no, it doesn't. On a low heart lead, 6-no trump doesn't make. Because then they'd be able to score their diamond, and they'd be able to score a heart trick eventually. I mean, a heart trick, assuming the lead is a heart. So, six clubs is the correct place to be. Playing a diamond over here too looks fine. Then now that you've tested the clubs and you know the clubs break, you should be able to claim over here. After this trick, assuming that no East decides to pick this trick up. Obviously, there are some scenarios in which you could test to see if the King of Hearts drops if East does not play the Ace of Diamonds over here, which is definitely looks very fine to me. You could play a heart right now and test it. If the King of Hearts drops, then you'd be able to pick up 7 tricks. But for the King of Hearts to drop, that would require some serious distribution. What would that... I mean, not really serious distribution. It would be a 5-1 split with the King of Hearts dropping. He could have definitely tested the King of Hearts dropping to play for 13 tricks, but it's whatever. This layout, it doesn't happen, so you're going to take 12 tricks after the lead, so good job on Victor over there. So he's going to make 6-no trump, which is a good result. Now, this is a lot of diamonds between East-West over here. That's a lot of clubs between North-South over here. And spades. Now, let's see where do they want to be in. Wow. How good is 6 spades? 6 spades is very cold, right? Now, Cyrus is gonna go boom boom when he sees that partner overcalled a spade. Especially now when he later realizes it's more than, regular 8 count. Now, obviously, East is going to bid some number of diamonds over here, because it's a weak race. It's a weak race with 6 card support. This is going to be a very competitive auction. The question is whether North side, they're going to be able to bid 6 spades. The better question after that is whether 7 diamonds is a sack. The answer is, you're going to lose 2 spades, 2 clubs, a diamond, and a heart. Down 5. Down 5 double, that would be 100, 300, 500, 800, 1100. Nope. 7 diamonds is not a good sack. So 6 spades should buy the contract over here. So this is obviously intended as a splinter or some race of sorts. And North really kind of wants to play for us. I'm not sure if North has enough to go on. But Ace Singleton is very, very big. And if 4 diamonds is... And, I expect Cyrus to continue 100% though, even if North decides not to. North-South do have some points. Oh no, that was last hand. North, this is actually a pretty tough decision for North. You have 3 aces. Do you really continue? 4 hearts is definitely not a bid over here. Because I'm not sure what 4 hearts is over here. Whatever it is, it's not natural, that's for sure, with Jack 10 third. It is also definitely not, it is not natural. It is definitely not a control bid, because you have Jack 10 third. You don't even have third round control. So it's alerted as, what is that? Some slam interest. 5 diamonds is bid over here. So now, Cyrus might just blast. Cyrus might just bid 6 spades over here. Maybe even 7. Wow. Hopefully the hard control does not incentivize Cyrus to go to 7. Because he might actually be, if he learns that North has the ace of clubs, the ace of diamonds, and the ace of spades. He needs very, 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 very little for slam over here to make. Was the 4 diamonds intended as a splinter or limit race or combination of both? 4 diamonds was alerted as a spade and a diamond control. So it's a spade race. And so it was alerted as a spade race, a good spade race, and also showing control in diamonds. Now South is definitely not bidding slam 100%. The cushion is bid at 6 or 7. North should pass 6 spades with this hand. Now what the question is whether East West decide to bid 7 diamonds. Nope, they decide to call it over there. 6 spades will be very, very easy to make over here. You can pull trump, you can and then that should be it. You'll be able to thankfully the clubs break, the trump also break, pull 3 rounds of trump, you'll be able to pitch a heart, and then the king and queen are off, but that doesn't matter, you only lose 1 heart after the pitch. Oh wait, there might, no, there is no end play over here for 7. Oh, you asked before the alert? Huh. There must be, maybe the messages got delayed for me, because I've been looking at... So he's going to test Trump, he's going to see the Trump break, and he's going to be very, very happy to make 6 over here. He might decide to play for 7 too, that being said. But I don't think there's any reasonable line in which you can take 13 tricks over here, so I think just you're happy to take your 12 tricks and go. As it turns out, ladies and gentlemen, at the other board, 6-0 Trump happened to make in the South, which it doesn't on a hard lead, as it turns out, but they bid the 6-0 Trump, and presumably they played the diamond suit correctly. them being north-south. Let's see what happened at the other table, actually. How did they play that? So, at the other table, the auction was, hopefully this loads. So, east-west, they passed throughout. It was a club, a heart, two spades, which was supposed to be a strong jump shift, three diamonds, which was alerted as fourth suit forcing, three no trump, which was bid after that, and then a direct six no trump, which the lead was the lead was a diamond, which kind of gave away the suit. So, and then the return was a club, and then presumably they played for the diamond finesse after, in order to take 12 tricks. So, good job for Team Serbia. So Team Serbia now finally got their big swing for 13 imps, and now for the first time they're in the lead, with the score being 16-10 in favor of Serbia. So this is a very standard auction over here: one heart, one spade, two diamonds, two spades. It looks very good to me. You're happy to pass this as north. Um, hmm. Let's see. So anyway, how does two spades play over here? So you can play for one heart loser, two club losers, two diamond losers. Looks very normal to me. Nothing else really to talk about over here. Um, Maybe there are some worlds in which you could get a pitch on the diamonds. Pitch on the hearts, I think you don't really have the entries for getting a pitch on the diamond for on pitch on the hearts. So we're gonna have to see how they go about it. So lead is a spade, passive lead. Um, there is a world you kind of have a limited entry, so it's really hard to play for. You could play for a 3-3 heartbreak over here after this lead. Maybe something like play low over here, then play heart to the ace and heart back to the jack, and then you're gonna have to see how that goes from there. Okay. Um. So he decides to win the ace of spades. I mean, they decide to win the ace of spades over here. I definitely lean towards playing ace of hearts and heart and then testing the heartbreak. Um, Obviously, what do you call it? This is also a fine line. When it comes to making the contract, maybe pitch a club over here. Yeah. Now the question is how do you play it from here? Because you don't really have an entry to the board. Might have to play. Yep, sure. Now, yep, they managed to find the club switch, and assuming that they are able to attack the hearts in time. Oh wait, hold on. East West has to attack a heart right now if they want to get a heart trick. They're gonna have to attack it right now because if this club gets roughed, the jack of diamonds can be played, and then a diamond can be played, and they'll actually get. And because the diamonds break over here, they'll be able to get their pitch on the. They'll be able to pitch a heart on a diamond, so they're actually going to make with an over trick. So they're going to take 9 tricks instead of 8. So they use diamonds. Now West is going to switch to heart, but it's going to be 1 trick too late. So this is going to be so that's 9 tricks for Team USA. They're going to take that. It's a good 2-spade contract. Taking 9 tricks over here is a good score, I think. Especially taking 9 tricks is a very good score. Let's see what that is. Oh, never mind. The other table hasn't finished that yet. This has been a very, very I'm trying to find the right word to describe it. Very, very balanced session is the best way I would think about describing it because all the boards out of the first 8 boards, there have been two big swings, and the other 6 boards have been very, very close. Essentially the same contract, and there's been the occasional over trick for Team Serbia, but nothing too big. Ace is gonna bid at the one spade level. 2 diamonds, very, very normal auction over here. I like it a lot. And now the question is, what do you do over here? I think you're happy to play 2 diamonds at. Well, 2 diamonds is not being played, right? So West decides to bid 2 spades. North might find it tempting to race over here because you have support for both the red suits. You have 3 card support for hearts. You have ace 10 9 fourth for diamonds, which is nice. And there are some distributional hands which South could have over here where it is profitable to compete over the 2 level, especially if South has very little defense, which they do in this case. But I'm not sure how 3. I'm not sure if that's the play in this layout. I'm trying to look at it real quick. And on this layout, I might actually just compete over here. Granted, yeah, I'm actually leaning towards competing over here the more I think about it. You are 4 3 3, but you have but you have the right support. Now the onus now West might just bid 3 spades over here. Cause you are top of your range. Oh, never mind. 3 diamonds buys the contract. Wow. Now you just gotta be very careful with how you bid the contract over here. And this is probably one of the worst hands Cyrus might bid this way with. But Ace King Queen fifth of hearts is very nice. And the hearts also break over here, so you're actually gonna get some nice pitches over here. As it turns out over here, as we see the cards, if he plays the diamond suit correctly, which I mean like double dummy correct, he can play it for 1 loser. And he can also then he can pick up 5 hearts, 3 diamonds, and he might go down 1. Now the question is how do you play the diamond suit over here? Got to be very, very careful. And also got to be very careful about dealing with the tempo and figuring out how you can score 5 hearts over here without losing transportation. So this is not a very, very how does West not double this? I don't know. I was very surprised when West allowed 3 diamonds to play too. I figured West had to either compete or just double or something over here. Yeah, massive tap issues for sure. So the king of diamonds dropped. Now you're very worried about the trump split. It's almost I mean like you know what the trump split is over here. West hmm. There are a lot of issues over here for them. I'm trying to find a way this contract makes. I'm not able to find it. Yeah. So he's gonna play another diamond towards the 8. Okay. Yeah, I'm not really sure how you play this double dummy. This is just it just looks very tragic. Is the best way I could describe it. Like there's no way you're gonna be able to score the hard tricks over here. You're just losing a lot of tricks. Assuming that West wins his trick and switches to a spade. Which they decide to switch to a diamond, okay. Not a spade, interesting. Man, do you really not trust your partner as the opener? That's, wow. So ace of hearts, king of hearts. So West is gonna rough this immediately. West is gonna rough this now, and then they're gonna play a spade, and let's see what happens over here. So yeah, this could have gone for a number over here. I'm not sure double dummy if it goes down 2 or something, but yeah, this is gonna be roughed, and then they're gonna just take 3 spades, yeah. So down 3, wow. Yeah, 4 spades is kind of cold. If the other table manages to find 4 spades, then it's just game. That'll be a big board for USA, which might not be deserved. We're gonna have to see what happens over here, though. But obviously, as it turns out, looking back, I think North probably, like Twitch chat mentioned, like they kind of just have 4 spades, so yeah, just 2 hard losers. They have to play for the drop with the Queen of Clubs, though, so maybe. So if the other table ends up with 4 spades, we'll have to see whether they actually do make it, because they have to play the club suit correctly. And percentage-wise, most people I imagine are going to take the finesse towards the Jack 10. Actually, maybe no. They might play for the drop if Sal just bids similarly like they did over here. So 2 spades pass. Looks normal. North could raise to 3 spades, sure, and that might buy the contract over here. East doesn't really have a bid over here. You cannot really bid 4 hearts over here. Even though 4 hearts... How does 4 hearts play? You do have a 7 card suit. And you kind of... I guess you have to infer that partner has values because North did not bid 4 spades over here. Let's see. They have a heart loser. They have a club loser because Ace of Clubs is on side. And they have no diamond losers. 4 hearts is actually cold. It's close. I mean, yeah, you do have a 7 card suit. Maybe 4 hearts is better. It's definitely worth considering. It's tough, though. It's a tough bid to make. Now the thing is, what do you call it? As West, you might be wondering. Now 4 hearts could be very variable strength over here. East could just have a hand where, like, you know, if with West having this hand with what do you call it? Ace of Spades, Queen Jack third of support, and Ace King in a side suit. Maybe 6 might make in some layouts, so this might be actually a bit concerning, because West might consider just key carding, and they might, but they're going to stop at 5 as it turns out either way once they learn that they're off 2 key cards, so they might push them a bit further, but they still should be very fine, and they should be in excellent shape to make the contract. Yeah, 5 hearts makes. They just lose the club and they lose the heart. And the Queen of Diamonds also drops, so whatever. I'm not sure. Do you lean? I think I probably would key card with the West hand. It's a very big hand. Ace of Spades is also very huge, and that also gives a free discard for East usually. So 4 spades is alert. 4 spades it has an alert symbol over it. I'm not sure if they play kickback or if they play something else over here, or if that's just a cubit of swords. So it's alerted as should be kickback for Roman key card for hearts, sure. North is happy to pass. East will show now. East will presumably now show 1 key card. Obviously, there are some concerns if East decides to prioritize showing a void and bumping them to the 6th level. So no, no, they elect to show one key card over here, but 5 clubs. Wait, yeah. Oh, 1 or 5. Wait, that's very interesting. I'm not sure what. Really, I've never. Oh, sorry, 1 or 4. That makes more sense. Yeah, there we go. So 1 or 4 key cards. So they play 0, 3, 1, 4. I'd assume. So 5 hearts is gonna buy the contract. Could stop. And this should make. I don't see any line where I don't see any line that East West could take where they go down. So lead is 8 of spades, normal lead. Third best spade. Um. Oh, did they play third low? Maybe they played third low. Yeah, that's probably it. So, there's gonna be. So this will probably be roughed, I imagine. You don't have to play. You don't have to play ace of spades over here right now. You can play that later. Maybe you can test clubs and then figure out what to pitch on. If the ace of clubs is on side, then you can pitch a diamond. Otherwise, you could just figure out how to play the diamond, sit and pray. So I definitely lean towards a rough over here, and then just pulling trump. Obviously, there are some scenarios where you're concerned about the ace of clubs being offside, so South having the ace of clubs, and in addition, as North, I guess you kind of have to continue a spade over here. That might be the best play. As it turns out, maybe there are some layouts in which playing the low club might be better, but this is not one of those layouts. Playing a diamond is definitely not the play for North over here, and North should be able to figure that out too. So you know that, what do you call it? Oh, never mind. You have the other 2 key cards. You know, partner has no key cards. Interesting decision over here to make. Yeah, I'm not sure what I do as North over here. Well, prob. I mean, a spade is gonna. I mean, they're gonna get that discard on the spade eventually at some point. There's no way you're avoiding that. Um, and maybe playing, and you know what the lead is. It's third best, third from even. So you kind of know where the spots are, and also, well, never mind. East did rough over there, so you actually 100% know what the spades are. Maybe I would have to play a spade over here, and just see what they do. Maybe force them to make a decision. Granted, that is very passive, and it's hard to imagine you having 2 more tricks after this. One being the ace of clubs, and you know you don't have a diamond trick over here, so maybe you might have to go for a more aggressive play and maybe a rough of sorts if partner has another trump, which they do. So maybe percentage wise, it might be best to go for ace of clubs, club rough. Yeah, I don't see any layout. I can't picture a partner having a hand where they just happen to have another trick. I guess there's the odd hand. There might be the odd hand in which what do you call it? In which partner might have the queen of clubs instead, and um, what do you call it? East West guesses incorrectly if you play a low club, but the odds of that are very very unlikely. Because you know that what do you call it? East is probably going to bid four hearts and more than just king seventh of hearts or whatever, and the diamond. Oh, as it turns out, the other table managed to make six. It managed to make six. I mean, like they were in five hearts too, so it's an over trick, so it's whatever. But I'm really interested to see how they managed to avoid losing a what do you call it? Oh, must have gone diamond, diamond, diamond to the jack, diamond to the king, ace, drop it, then play to the jack, and then you get two pitches. Wait, that still doesn't work though. I bet you get two pitches on the clubs. How do you make six? How do you avoid losing a club? Maybe it must have played a. Maybe it must have been a low club towards the king, which it was a low club towards the king, which got snuck through, and then they managed to score two pitches later. That's probably what happened. Yeah. So North decides to play a low club over here. Probably playing for a rough might have to be the play. Your options suck as North. I have to admit that. And this is just gonna make six now at this point. Yeah, they're gonna get two. They're actually gonna get two pitches now. So yep, they're gonna play towards the A's, King, and then congratulations. Oh, never mind. They might just play the. Oh, they just claimed seven tricks instead. He didn't even bother checking to see whether the queen drops. Oops. Thankfully, it's not match points. Otherwise, that might have been a bit Akko Taco. Doesn't matter. Takes 11 tricks. It's an imp towards Team USA. So now it's on to the next board. We're gonna have to see what happens. 5-5 in the majors for South. We're gonna have to wait to see. We're gonna have to wait over there. West has a very clear one diamond bid over here. North has a basic pass. And now East could bid one no trump. And Cyrus is gonna show his major, so Cyrus might show his majors over here. Jack 10 fifth is not exactly the best and most enticing suit, and you are vulnerable. I mean, you are unfavorable, so maybe passing is the play. So two clubs over here, which will be so two clubs are going to be pass. East should pass this. I guess they could consider a courtesy three club race. Yeah, no, this is probably a courtesy three club race, depending on the strength of two clubs. Well, he can't risk cashing ace because he loses both the. Oh, right. Yeah, that's true. So now East is probably wondering whether to raise to three clubs or pass. I imagine those are really your only options. Decides to bid three clubs, which South again passes. Kind of too late to show your majors now at this point. If you ever wanted to compete, maybe you might have considered competing over two clubs, but it's a bit too late. It is tempting to bid game. You have 14 points, but three clubs does buy the contract over here. Good stop. I want to say good stop. So now how does three clubs play over here? Um, you can pull trump. Trumps break 2-2, which is nice. So you obviously have to be a bit concerned about that, but should be fine. Lead is third best spade. Normal lead. and decides to switch to a diamond, which unfortunately will not work. Obviously, Cyrus is looking for the diamond rough, but he's not going to be able to secure that, so... Well, he actually might on the next trick if Victor decides to return a diamond over here after winning this trump, which, whether he does, we'll have to see. He should know what the spade situation is, or at least to some degree. Switching to a heart is kind of scary. 9 of diamonds. Why is he leading 9 of diamonds over here? He definitely does. I mean, you should be able to figure out from the leads. There are some situations where it could be 9-6 doubleton. This is probably not one of those situations. Otherwise, probably continuing a spade would have been looked normal enough for from South's perspective. So, I definitely lean towards playing a diamond over here and seeing what happens. Obviously, that's going to be good news if they make that play. I don't think this is a really tough decision for North. Playing a spade doesn't look like the play. I can't think what else might be better than playing a diamond over here. Because if you're looking to if you're trying to look like make another lead to set up maybe your hearts or maybe your, well, you don't really have spades to set up over here. But if you're looking to if you're worried about heart losers, then you'll be able to get that eventually. Like Cyrus can switch to a heart if he needs to. Maybe you could make some lead, like play the 10 of diamonds or play a low diamond to ask for. Well, that's unfortunate. So that's going to be picked up by the heart. So you could probably play the 3 of diamonds asking for a heart switch, which will get roughed. And then Cyrus can play a heart after that, which they're not going to get a heart trick as it turns out on this layout, but... So now there's going to be a claim made over here of just making because you just have the rest, yeah. Nicely done. How does Trino Trump play as it turns out? They have 5 diamonds, they have a heart, they have a spade, 7. And setting up the clubs is definitely tricky. And maybe I don't think they could take 9 tricks in time actually on a spade lead. So never mind. So North elects to pass, very normal. East has a 5-5, and I've never seen a junior pass a 5-5 10 count before, so East again is proving me correct with this, proving me correct. So East decides to open a spade. So 1 spade, 2 hearts. This is going to be a 2-1 auction with a combined 22 high card points and a diamond fit. 3-0 Trump is not making. We can see that. There are 5 clubs off the top. If not more. Uh-oh. 3-0 Trump is bad. 3-0 Trump is very bad. Now the question is whether East is able to find this run, is able to run to 5 diamonds or 4 hearts. Actually, 4 hearts. How does 4 hearts play? Let's see. So you're able to. So the king of spades is on side, which no, never mind. You'd have to play a spade towards and then play a spade back. I'm not sure which games make. I'm trying to think. So 4 hearts, you would have at least a club loser. The king of diamonds is on side, so you'd be able to actually play the diamond suit while losing only 1 diamond. So you'd be able to score 4 diamonds, 5. 4 hearts looks cold to me. But if 3 Trump passes over here, this is going to be very, very, very unlucky if North finds the King of Clubs lead. Or actually, no, it's just unlucky no matter what. Because you don't have 10-9 tricks off the top. You only have 7 tricks. Because you have 5 hearts, you have 2 aces. So, hit 4 hearts. Just hit 4 hearts. Come on, East, I believe in you. Uh-oh. Is it going to be the King of Clubs lead? Is it going to be the King of Clubs lead? Is it going to be a club lead? It's going to be a club lead, right? It surely has to be a club lead. It has to be a club lead, right? So we need to trump out the contract. This. Alright. This is going to need a Bible dump. This is a clear Bible dump over here. Assuming they don't block the suit. Assuming they do not block the suit. I mean, no, you do. I mean, like, you're fine even if they block the suit. What am I saying? You can just overtake. Well, actually, hold on to that thought. Win this with the jack, and then... Well, this is unlucky. Oh, so the other table's in 3-no trump. Oh, God, Cyrus even played the jack over here. This is just toast. This is just toast. Do not block the suit. Now you have to be very, very careful. I trust Cyrus to figure this out. The other table actually found 4 spades. Okay. Is 4 spades doomed? I'm not sure, actually. I think 4 hearts looks safe for 100%, but... How does spades play out? What is the situation in the spades? So you get... if you play a spade towards the queen first, before you play the ace of spades, you can pick up... Let's see. You lose 2 spades, right? No matter what. There's no way you can avoid 2 spade losers because of the spots. This should be down. Actually, hold on. It might be more. Because, what do you call it? After they score their 5 clubs, if Cyrus exits a heart over here, they should be down 2, right? Because, it's the same situation again. You have 5 hearts, you have a diamond, and you have a spade. You're gonna lose. You have to lose one of the kings then at that point. So I think this is actually down 2 for 3-no trump. Unless you're asking about the... Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're asking about 4 spades. So you lose 2 spades, you lose 1 club, and yeah, you have to lose a diamond. Yeah, it's down 1, I think. Ariane, actually no, this is actually on Cyrus to figure out, which he should be able to because the lead was the sound of clubs, and now the queen of clubs has shown up all of a sudden. So probably 4th best. The reason is, Cyrus should play the ace of clubs on trick number 4. Because, let's say Cyrus plays... I mean, it doesn't matter. The king and 8 are equivalent, because Cyrus is the 5 and 3 of clubs, which are both losing to the 8 and king of clubs. So, if Cyrus plays the ace of clubs over here, then it's going to be really awkward when he plays ace of clubs and then plays another club, and North wins that. So the clubs are blocked. I mean, like, 3-no trump is still not going to make, as it turns out, because, you know... Um, because no matter what Victor exits over here, it's gonna be still very fine. I mean, like 3 no Trump is still not gonna make, but it's just one of those things which could cost on other layouts. Oh no, no, I'm talking about the trick which Cyrus needs to win the ace of clubs with. I assumed North was going to continue a club over here. Yep, and Cyrus does very well to do that. So now, if Cyrus exits a heart, he's in good shape. If he exits a diamond, he is not in good shape. I mean, he's in good shape either way. Uh, the two of spades. Cyrus messaged me saying, you know what they say about cashing winners. Cashing winners is hard. He decides to play a low spade because, Victor encouraged spades and whack. Sometimes it do be like that. And as long as the hearts split 4-2, you're fine. You're gonna take 5 hearts, and congratulations, you're down 1. For what could have been down 2. Obviously, it's hard for Victor to discourage literally every suit that exists on Earth, but I feel like Cyrus could have also worked it out because he should know what the point situation is, and there's no reasonable way North can have the ace of spades and East can open. Because what is East opening on then? Nothing in clubs. At best, ace jack of diamonds. Would East open with ace jack of diamonds and the queen of hearts and nothing in spades? I want to say no because I have faith in juniors to not open that light. To open that light vulnerable, but so which is why I lean towards a more passive heart over here and just scoring your kings eventually, but I mean that it'd be like that sometimes, I guess. So one spade, quick double over here. Very quick bidding over here and pass. North is gonna make some bid over here, which puts probably 3 no trump. Or no. Might stamen actually over here. Whatever the stamen bid might be over here. So yeah, 2 spades over here, obviously looking for a 4-4 heart fit, which they do have as it on this layout. 2 spades shows values, very nice. So this is actually 5 imps towards, wow, that was actually 5 imps towards, Team Serbia, because the other table wasn't 4 spades, and I believe it looked like it was going down 1, but they had managed to find a way to go down 3, wow. Let's see what happened at the other table. So, I assume the auction was like a regular auction where, they ended up in 4 spades. It wasn't played by the East, obviously. Um, who's playing? It's Harrison and Sarah, okay. So, the lead was, the 7 of hearts. Yep. Which is picked up by the queen. Spade towards the queen, which the king won that trick. Ace of clubs was played, and was it tap tap tappity tap, which happened, and then spade towards the queen. Diamond towards the ace, ace of spades. They did not break. So now you just played hearts, right? Are you just down that much, really? Oh, I see. Yeah, you just play a club over here, then it's just tap tap. Okay, got you. Anyways, so they ended up in 4 hearts. So lead is a 10 of diamonds, looks normal. Now, obviously, East has to figure out what to play over here. And this is a spot which a lot of players are going to find themselves in very often. The answer is play low. You have the 9 of diamonds. 10 of diamonds is often a doubleton over here, assuming it's standard leads. So, play low over here, encourage the suit, and you'll score that rough eventually. You also have and the bonus points for having King Doubleton of Trump over here. So you have a hard winner, and you also know that probabilistically, South might go for the finesse over here. So I really like Yep, playing the 2 over here is very nice because you know the king is with Sonata over here from the lead also. So Queen of Hearts is being played. Ace is going to pick this up real quick. And they're probably going to play something like Ace of Diamonds, Diamond, which is going to get roughed. Probably a lead, probably a lead which encourages, oh. Is the Knight of Diamonds asking for... Oh, you bid a spade, right? So probably West will switch to a spade. Oh, maybe, or maybe it was suit preference, I don't know. I guess it could be good if it's Ace of Clubs, Club Rough, but that's obviously not the situation over here. Cyrus is going to play Claim Trump, and then he's just home. Yeah, you can rough the diamond, the clubs are good, and Ace of Spades is also good. Even if it's 2-0, Trump split. So, nicely done by Cyrus to take his 10 tricks. He's going to take his 10 tricks, he's going to walk home. And that should be the end of this board. So that should be the end of the session for this table. Let's check how the other table is doing real quick. I assume they're also in 4 hearts, or some similar auction must have happened over there. Yep, they're in 4 hearts. So, as it turns out, this is playing 4 hearts in the north. So the late is a club instead. No, wait, hold on. There have been a few tricks which have happened over here. I'm lost, actually, on what has happened so far. They have not played the diamond suit themselves, which is a bit scary, but they'll be able to get some pitches on the... Gotta be very careful over here, whether you want to overtake or not. I'm obviously not sure what has happened. So now they're in good shape, right? Because they're going to lose the diamond after pulling the last trump. They'll be able to pitch one of the diamonds on the club, on the good clubs. So yeah, this looks like it's going to make with an over trick actually over here. So oh. Oh no, this is fine. This is fine. Play a spade. I mean, yeah. What? Claim looks good. So that's going to be another M for Team Serbia. So ladies and gentlemen, that brings an end to the session 1 of Team Serbia versus Team USA in the World Youth in the WBF Online Championship for the under 26 players. And after session 1, the score is 33-12 in team favor, advantage Team Serbia. And I'm not sure how many sessions there are. I believe I want to say there are 4 sessions planned for this event. So, obviously the question is whether USA will be able to make a comeback. It looked very even going in. Eventually, USA got a very quick early advantage with the game swing on board 1. There were a few M's which went the other way. Then there was a slam swing which went towards Team Serbia, and after that, it's been mostly Team Serbia. Following. Oh, it's only 1 session. Oh. Oops. Well. For some reason I thought this was multiple sessions. Well, that's my bad. Sorry about that, Twitch chat. So this is 1 session. Congratulations to Team Serbia then for winning. They won 33-12 after 14 set boards. There was a really good bridge which we saw today, and I had a blast commentating this. Thanks so much for tuning in, everyone, for future streams. I'm not sure what the plan is for future streams, but we'll be posting it and we'll be advertising it on the various platforms, and we might be advertising it in one of our panels on our Twitch channel. But stay tuned for that. Thanks too much for tuning in, everyone, and this is Borg Talk signing off. Peace.